Welcome back, guys, to another Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition video. Tureos here with another casted game, and this time we see two players that I haven't casted yet, and we have rkiz or rkiz. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but I think I'm gonna go with rkiz. And his opponent is a Chinese player, and I translated it in Google, and it says that it's the meaning is youth study. So maybe I'm just gonna call him youth. Makes my job easier. And we have a matchup between France and the British, and rkiz is currently on rank 58. His Chinese opponent is currently on rank 74. We are playing on the map Darfur, where we have 3 trading posts here on the side, and then we do have 4 native settlements. We do have 2 Sufi mosques, and then we do have 2 Sudanese. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the game. So rkiz starting off with a marketplace and a manor house, and then he is trying to herd in his giraffes and his ostriches, and starting off with getting a 35 wood treasure. On the other side, here the French explorer, which is called Antoine de la Harpe. He's also searching for some treasures, I think. Let's check the name of the British player. Humphrey Frobisher. Cool names all the time. I really like to check out the names of the explorers. And then on the other side, the French player, he's also starting off with a market. We see he's already researching hunting dogs. And yeah, he's also trying to herd in his ostriches. And so far he's not focusing on the giraffes. And here we see the first shipment is ready, and we see his deck is called Net, so he's gonna go for a native strategy. I have to say I really like native strategies, but I see them, yeah, not enough players are playing native strats. So guys, please try to push more these native strategies. Please, I'm begging you guys. So he's starting off with the 3 coureurs de bois, and then we see the team improved native warrior cards. So all the native warriors get 10% more HP as well as damage. And then here, economic theory card. This is just a card. If you feel like you have to send it in, but normally most of the people just skip it. In H2 we have 4 coureurs de bois, 600, 700 wood, 700 coin, 8 crossbowmen, 3 hussars. And then we do have 3 upgrades for natives, or this one is not an upgrade, but you get native warriors from each of your allied tribes. And then here native warrior combat, so hit points and damage increased by 15%. And also this card, special card for the French civilization. So your native warrior get plus 20 hit points, as well as your coureurs de bois and skirmishes. If we jump over to H3, we have 1000 wood, 1000 coin, the 8 skirmishers, and we have the cavalry combat card, 5 dragoons, 2 falconets, and then we have this card. So native warriors cost less by 25%, also a fort. And then in H4 we have 2 factories and 2 heavy cannons and the heavy fortification card. Okay, let's jump over to rkiz. And we see he's already going up because I'm taking too long with the decks all the time. And he's going up with the naturalist, and the French player is going up with the quartermaster. But let me check out the deck of rkiz real quick. So his deck is called 1v1, and he's going with the 3 settlers card, and he's also having the Virginia Company card. But surprisingly, he does not have the card that is now used commonly, the watch card. I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact name. Yeah, he's not having it in his deck. So this is a card that nowadays all of the pro players with the British do have in their decks, especially when there are, or just when there are trading posts on the map, but here they are. Nonetheless, he does not have it. Then H2, he does have 5 settlers, 600, 700 wood, 700 coin, 6 longbowmen, the upgrades for his grenadiers and musketeers, 6 musketeers, and then the advanced arsenal card. Then H3, 10 longbowmen, yeoman upgrade, next musketeer grenadier combat upgrade, 9 musketeers, 5 hussars, and cavalry combat card, 2 falconets, and yeah, he does have the 10 Jaegers card. And then H4, he does have the 2 factories, heavy fortification, and the estates. So mainers can slowly train settlers, and the 3 rockets. And I think I missed a bit here. So we saw the Chinese player going for the first trading post, and now also building up a trading post here by the Sudanese settlement. Don't forget, he decided to go for a native strat, or at least he picked a deck that is focused on natives. And then here, rkiz standing in the 700 wood card. Now he's chopping with 9 villagers, and he is gathering food with 13. And now Mr. Frobisher is going to check out the base of his opponent, see if there are any threats. And the French player is sending his scout here to the base of rkiz to do the same. Here we see the first Sudanese dervishes in queue. Really cool unit. So they make melee damage even though they throw, or they have ranged attack, but they do melee damage. Maybe that's the right way to say it. Now we see the Native Strats card coming in, so he will get another batch of dervishes. Maybe he could also build up the Sufi mosque in time. And that's exactly what he's planning to do. Switch over to rkiz real quick again. So he's sending in the 5 settler card after the 700 wood. He already built up 2 barracks in the backline of his base. Now researching the steel traps card. We see the Sudanese dervishes coming in. But there's nothing where they can deal damage. Here hussars were approaching these settlers, but the musketeers were on the right spot to save them. And he's producing some longbowmen. And the trading post at the Sufi mosque went up in time. So he also got 2 war elephants next to these 4 dervishes. And the Chinese player is going for a attack here. He's checking out what he's doing. rkiz not getting nervous. He's just chilling here in his base, making sure that his villagers who are gathering food from these gazelles are protected. Next shipment for the French player, the 700 coin card, and he's researching placer mines at the same time. And placer mines is also researched by rkiz. Here we see an engage. We were able to connect to these longbowmen, and of course they do big damage, but here musketeers are striking against these war elephants. Now all of the musketeers are dead. Not a pop of musketeers here. Right in time to save the remaining longbowmen. And the first war elephant goes down. Second one as well. But the Sudanese dervishes keep dealing damage here from the backline. The dervishes are not the best against the musketeers because they do have melee damage, and as you know, musketeers have melee resist.
Yes.
So the Chinese player is trying to get a few more volleys onto these villagers, but he's trying to save his dervishes, pulling them backwards. Next shipment for the British player, 6 longbowmen. On the other side, French player now collecting his chests of coin. So far we see the French player didn't go for more native upgrades.
Correct.
And here, rkiz still chilling in his base. Not doing much here. And here the Chinese player now collecting his 70 coin treasure. And now he clicked up to H3 and he's going up with the exiled prince. Dervishes try to sneak around here. Then the next shipment is coming in for the British player. He's sending in the 600 wood cart. Here the dervishes try to snipe down some settlers, but rkiz is paying attention, not losing a villager. But yeah, a few of these dervishes are already very low on HP, so probably send them back. Maybe get a healer out, get the church up, get a healer out. Now he got to H3 and he's immediately sending in the 2 falconets shipment. And also we see he's researching the upgrade for the Sudanese warriors. And also the Sudanese local forces. I'm not sure what this card does here. I think rkiz just cancelled his wood shipment and he's going for the 700 coin instead. Correct me if I'm wrong. And rkiz managed to stack up a decent army here. A longbowman musketeer composition, unit composition, and he also has still his militiamen in the backline to provide some extra damage. And here we see the 2 falconets just arrived. If we check out the villager count, so the British player does have 40 villagers at the moment, and French player only has 23, so we do see an economy advantage here for rkiz, and we also see it in the score. So rkiz does have a 3k score advantage. And now the French player is sending in 1000 coin. Not sure what he's using this, because it doesn't look like he wants to go to H4 so far. Well, maybe he does. He switched most of his villagers to food now. At the same time, he's pushing. But he has to pay attention to his falconets here. We also see a few Askari units here. 400 HP. Pretty beefy boys. Now he's right-clicking the barracks here. Just a few longbowmen sent off to another planet. And rkiz trying to snipe down a few dervishes. Just be careful because there we see the falconets when they are able to connect. It's a free kill for him. But the army of the Chinese player is not the biggest here. So needs to pay attention. And we see the British player also going up to H3, and he will be there in a second. And he went up with the Adventurer. And he also does have the 2 Falconets shipment, so I'm sure he's gonna send it straight away. And if he does, hop onto this little army here. They will definitely destroy the Falconets and all the dervishes. Now we also see the 7 longbowmen from the upgrade, from the age up. One got sniped away, another one over here. Yeah, 3 just died there. Yes, we see the 2 falconets coming in now. And rkiz just went, no, not rkiz, the French player went up to, he's going up to H4, and he's going up with the Tycoon. And it looks like French player is now going backwards. Probably he knows, or he is he's sure that the 2 falconet shipment is coming in second, so doing the right choice, going backwards. And yeah, the French player managed to get closer to the score of rkiz. And this rkiz now going forward. Looks like he's going to the other side to make sure his gathering villagers are protected. Yeah, it's like he can watch into the future, because the French army here is going to this direction. rkiz building up another manor house to gain some map control, to gain some more line of sight. They get sniped down from the falconets. Meanwhile, the French player got to H4. And it looks like rkiz is now going for an attack here. And still the French player is very low on unit numbers. So rkiz is playing very safe. So he's not risking anything. And here, Monsieur de la Harpe is now going down by some veteran hussars. And now we see a revolution coming in. And the revolution with Canada. So this is his revolutionary deck, and it fits to his native strategy. So he does have this card, the Native American Allies. So he will get 3 native embassy travois, allows the recruitment of Cree coureurs, Cree trackers, Huron mantlets, and Nootka clubmen at the native embassies. So strong card, and also the I think the upgrades are already enabled. Let's check. I'm sure he will send it in a second. And now we see with the revolution, the Chinese player managed to get ahead in score. But I think he needs to do something with his momentum. He's producing more Ascari units.
J'ai repris des forces.
And now we see the shipment coming in. Native American allies. So, curious to see what he does with this shipment. And rkiz still being very defensive. Not going for an attack so far. We check the unit or the village accounts. So the French or Canadian player is now on 30 villagers. The opponent is on 55, so almost double the village count. So rkiz definitely has a big economic advantage here. Next shipment for the English player, cavalry combat card. And here we see the upgrade from the French player just arrived. Native American allies. See the 3 native embassies and a few units here. Now the explorer is building up a town center here in the middle next to the trading post over here. And now we see a little army here consisting out of 11 hussars going forward. Probably try to kill some coureurs de bois. Or now they called métis voyageurs.
Yes.
And they just saw them here on the coin mine. And it's gonna be a bloodbath
Ready.
for the Canadians. And all the métis voyageurs go down here, unfortunately for the Canadian player. And it looks like now rkiz has the confidence to attack. But I'm not sure if they're gonna see each other. I think he does. They do see each other, but they're not trying to attack each other. A few elite clubmen trying to deal with these hussars.
Yes.
They're able to connect and get it slow.
Ready. Yes. Ready.
More units in production, more veteran musketeers and hussars. And with these hussars, rkiz is able to control where the army of Canadian player is going. And here we see the British player just found a few métis voyageurs. And he's making a few one dead here, killing a few one.
Ready.
And here the elite clubmen lose against these hussars.
Ready. Commandment.
There are just too many of
Yes.
these assaults, so you can't do much. Very good. Saved by rkiz, turning around the army. And he's pulling the cauldron forward. Sniping down one falconet. And it looks like the Chinese player is losing this fight here. rkiz just does have too many cannons. Also the second falconet just got sniped down. Same time, rkiz does have these
Commandment.
7 assassins remaining in the base, and they're searching for some voyageurs. And Canadian player is forced to go backwards. Also needs to try to save his mid-T here. More musketeers, more hussars coming in. And a few clubmen try to chase
Yes.
these hussars, but they are finding more villagers all the time. Killing another one here. And we just saw that he resigned here. Chinese player resigned. Definitely liked the approach that he was going for. But I think with the execution of this strategy, he needs to do some fine-tuning. But I would really love to see more strategies with native allies. Also, I wasn't really aware of this Canadian shipment here that you can send in. And I think he also didn't send in all the upgrades for his natives when he had his normal deck. So maybe that's why his units were not so powerful. And yeah, great game overall. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.